Hey, what's up? This is Brian Life, and I am working in Stylar, and I wanted to show you some of the really cool image-to-image manipulation that it can offer, different styles that it can give you. All of this started with just a graffiti tag. This is my tag. I write the word life, L-I-F-E. It looks a bit like a W, but that's an L and an I together in one swoop. There's so many different variations that it gave me. Even that was like a interesting little wall, graffiti wall that it tried to give me. This is another 3D version, all based off of one image. Brought in this, and I was able to go to image and get a lot of variety, a lot of different options. Now, I did also bring in a wall background, so I had this wall background, and if you notice, there's an empty space at the top and the bottom, so I utilized generative fill. You can mark in, paint in different areas, and you can fill it with more wall or whatever you want. So I wrote in here cracked wall, cement, brick wall, rough. It takes about 1 minute, and we're back. So Stylar gave me a lot of different versions, so I'd click on it, I see the number 1. If I like a few different versions, I can bring a few out to the canvas, but what I am going to go with is this one, and I placed it on the canvas. Now, I did have that graffiti tag layer on, so it did see that as part of the whole canvas, but there is a pretty cool thing where I could just remove. So I grabbed the selection tool, and I'm on that layer, and what I'm trying to do is delete the life tag because it's flattened to the wall background. So there we go. As you can see over in the small thumbnail, it is now just wall. So that's nice. So basically, yeah, I extended the wall with more brick and more cement, so that's really amazing. Their generative fill tool works great. I think they'll be updating it where you can feather the edges, but at the moment that's not even necessarily a must, because you can also use like a different type of patch tool. What I am going to show you is the various options that it gave me. They have an auto prompt, so it can study what I have on the canvas. I had this life tag. It said image displays stylized cursive 3D graffiti. I added in the word 3D, but it did say graffiti, and it does analyze what's on the canvas very well. It knew that it was a stylized, curvy signature graffiti. So I added in different things like 3D lettering, extruded from the wall, patina, rust. So I got a lot of amazing versions. Okay, just various, and I used their realistic style. They have different presets that you can use to give you different looks. Impasto style, that looks cool. Apocalyptic photography. I'll try it. Let's see what it gives me here. So I'll pause this because it does take about a minute to a minute and a half, which is not very long, and we're back. So the apocalyptic photography is, pretty dramatic. It's beautiful colors and paint, but it tried to give me like fire and like just like lava kind, but it's amazing lighting. It sort of took the graffiti tag and made it look like it's made out of metal framing. This one has bolts. It added in little bolts, which gives me some new ideas, almost like a bridge. The wall looks incredible, but this apocalyptic photography is probably not the best style for what I'm trying to get. I'm just trying to get like a nice, wall, nothing too wild when it comes to no flames, just rust. This is another version, there's just many variations that it offered me, and it gives you 4 to start with, and then you could just keep reiterating and recycling various styles. You can go out and find something and make it look cartoon if you wanted. Oh, Luminous portraiture. Well, it's much more smooth and simple, but you know, this one's nice. This gold sort of background, and it's just subtly, like subtle. It's not a lot of rust. It's just kind of a little bit, which I like a lot. That's different. You know, it's just like a lot of beautiful variations, you know. That's what's amazing about Stylar.ai. You can just really change your art and have so many new ways to look at it. Okay, so this one was graffiti, graffiti splash. Now this is something I'm well versed in since 1992, so I'm not probably gonna rely on this type of graffiti unless like AI graffiti unless I trained it myself, because there's just a lot of different styles of graffiti. I do think this is well done. This pop style, it almost looks like some Japanese robot or race car, some cool stuff. Just give you ideas like these patchwork, this completely abstract, beautiful painting. You know, I'm not mad at that. That looks incredible. You know, really cool, just kind of like blotches of color, some subtle cracks. It's amazing, like really. If you look at how nice that is compared to the brick reference of what it had to refer to, and then it gave me this whole beautiful like painting, really. I could export all these layers into a zip file and bring it into Photoshop and work further. So anyway, that's Stylar.ai. This is just their image to image stylization presets, how you can work with a logo and make it 3D, make it look like it's made out of metal, floating on top of a wall. I mean, just a flat vector, you know, image I brought in, and it gave me so much. It understood that I wanted 3D graffiti. It gave me some pop styles, some more like flat painted graffiti. You know, there's just a lot of cool stuff going on here. Some light bulbs it added on the wall to give sort of like this dramatic wall depth with the light bulbs. So there goes Stylar.ai. Peace is Brian Life. Thanks for joining me. Try it out. It's quite amazing. All right, take care. Peace.